guys, I'm Tracy Copeland and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. Today is all about core strength. I've got a core strength workout for you, okay? Now, we're gonna do 2 sets, 2 rounds. Every single thing we do, 30 seconds long. We're gonna do a nice little warm up and then we're gonna get right into it, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna have you start at the back of your mat. Bring your arms all the way up. Reach for your toes once again. And lower your hips. And you're just gonna hover right here for a little bit, kind of moving a little bit side to side. Opening up your chest, relaxing your shoulders down your back. And then you're gonna walk it all the way back. Reach your arms up. Let's do that one more time. Walk it all the way out into that high plank. Lower the knees. And then just shift a little bit side to side. Now I'm just gonna drop my knees completely, looking over my left shoulder, and then looking over the right shoulder. And then I'm gonna take it all the way back, walk my hands back to the feet, come all the way up to stand. Now, I'm gonna take my left leg forward and just do a little bit of a rotation. With a lot of core work, we end up twisting. That helps work the obliques, so I wanna make sure that if the obliques are nice and warm, so we can actually get moving, everything is activated so we can get the most out of the workout. Now I'm gonna have you stay in those lunge positions and then just reach up and across. So your hand comes to your hip. All right, one more. And all right, let's get right into it. So our first set, okay? We're gonna start in a bear crawl position. We're just gonna hover here, okay? For 30 seconds, but we're gonna twist, okay? So that's why we did those twisting motions. Okay, so knees are gonna start off the ground, holding right here, in, go for it, hold, and now you're gonna twist, twist. So opposite knee to opposite elbow. Now, if this is a little too intense for you and you're not quite ready for this, then just give me a nice hover hold right here, okay? But you got less than 15 seconds left. Keeping the core engaged. 5 seconds on the clock. And time. All right, now we have reverse crunches. So on your back, I love these because they target those lower abs, which is a really tricky area for most of us to get. So hands right by your side, lift the knees up, hips come off the ground, and then you lower, okay? So these are nice and slow and controlled. We're here once again for 30 seconds. Holding right here. Now notice how I'm not using momentum. I'm using the strength of my core to lift my legs a little bit closer, okay? You use momentum, you're not using your actual core muscles. All right, time. Now we're gonna move into side plank. We have a little bit of a side plank hip lift. So forearm is parallel to the mat. You're gonna reach arm up towards the ceiling. You're gonna lower and lift. So you're lower down nice and slow, and then you lift up with power and control, okay? Lower down nice and slow, and lift up with power, okay? You got about 15 seconds left on the clock. You wanna lower that hip as close to the ground as you can. And time. All right, let's take it to the opposite side. Same exact thing. Arm reaches straight up. You wanna make sure that your body stays in one straight line. Hips are off of the ground. And lower and power up. And notice how my feet are stacked as well. You can also stagger your feet if you need to modify. Some people like to do it this way. Or you can even just lower the knee to the ground, okay? So figure out the way that works best for you. And time. We're going back to side plank on the right side. This time we're gonna add a little bit of a rotation, okay? So starting off the same exact way, we're gonna go 30 seconds, reaching up, and then I'm gonna reach like I'm reaching for something, and then pull it up. Reach and release. Feet stay stacked. Forearm stays connected to the ground entire time. We got 10 seconds left here. Squeeze with control. And time. All right, let's finish that off on the opposite side. Left arm, right arm reaches straight up. Hope you guys are doing well. You're staying with me. You're not just watching me work out. That wouldn't be very fun. All right, lower and reach straight up. Control it. If you want to make this harder, what you could do is add a little bit of weight here. Maybe a little 5-pounder, 7.5-pounder, or for those who are really ambitious, a 10-pounder. But baby steps and time. All right. So that was our first set and our first round. We're gonna do that same thing all over again. 30 seconds each move, okay? So give yourself a little time to recover, grab some water, towel off, and then we're gonna go ahead and get right back into it, okay? So what I like to do is just kind of shake out my wrist a little bit. A lot of core and ab work tends to be on your hands a lot. So your wrists tend to take a lot of that when you're working your core. So you can just go ahead and roll out the wrist. Sometimes it feels good to do things like this. I'm gonna give you about 15 more seconds to recover, and then we're gonna get right into it, okay? So we're gonna start with that bear crawl twist, and then hover the knees off of the ground, and let's go for it. So twist. Keeping your back flat, keeping your gaze forward. Staying relaxed through your shoulders. So this is your second time around. You know what to expect. You know what to do. You know what areas are gonna be more painful than others. Just means you have to fight a little bit harder. All right, time. Reverse crunch is next on your back. Remember, this is about control. Hands flat on the ground, knees are lifted. Important thing here is you wanna make sure you're not arching in that lower back, okay? So lift the hips off of the ground and lower down. Control. Eyes look up towards the ceiling. Never at any point do you lose connection with your lower back to the ground. And if you have something behind you that you can hold on to, sometimes it's nice to hold on. Making sure that you can even get a little bit further, knees up towards your chest. All right, time. Now we're gonna move into those side plank variations. So we've got the hip lifts, followed by that rotation, okay? So start with the hip lift, arm reaching straight up. Find your good base of support, and then lower down. Just gonna adjust here. I wanna make sure that my shoulder is right over my elbow. One straight line. 10 seconds left on the clock. So you really feel the side that is closest to the ground. That's the side that's working the hardest, okay? Let's go ahead and switch sides. So if you're ever questioning if you're doing something right or wrong, look at the side that feels like it's working the most, and that will tell you your answer. Let's go ahead and lower and lift. Draw the lower abs in and lift. Control. Also, while we're here, wanna make sure that your head stays in a neutral position, okay? Don't let the head drop like this, okay? It moves with your body, okay? We're almost there. Give me a few more. And time. All right. Now we've got those rotation reaches. Right side, hips lift. I'm gonna start right here and reach underneath. Reach for the ceiling. Feet stay stacked. We're about halfway there. Less than 15 seconds on the clock. Just 10 seconds of your life. And time. Let's take it to the opposite side. Right away. Reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling and go for it. Reach underneath and extend. Ooh, my abs are gonna be sore tomorrow, or they're gonna be sore later today. It's definitely getting my core workout. All right, we're almost there. Just give me one more. And time. All right, that was set number 1. Now we're gonna do a different set, same sort of thing. We're gonna go 30 seconds. We have 4 different moves that we're gonna do, okay? So shout out to you, you made it through the first set. Now let's get into that second set. What do we have? We've got the B-girl. That is our first move, okay? So similar to that bear crawl position, but we're gonna make this a little bit more intense, okay? So knees are off the ground and I reach for the toe. Okay, now you can go as slow or fast as you need to. Now I'm gonna take it to the opposite side. Kind of like a little break dancer move. And time. All right. Now let's take it to your back. We have something called the dead bug. So lying flat on your back, arms are straight up towards the ceiling. Now you're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. So right leg extends, left arm extends, and then right, left. Don't think about it too much. If you think about it too much, it'll throw you off. If anything, just do the legs and keep your arms straight. I wouldn't want that to throw you off, okay? All right, you got about 5 more seconds here. And time. All right, now we're gonna take it back to that plank position. We're just gonna do plank twists. Also, really to start to engage those obliques. All right, so 30 seconds, solid plank, twisting. So think of these kind of like mountain climbers, but slow, and you're twisting. So my hips never drop, they never get too high. Make sure your body stays in one straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your heels, okay? Just give me a few more. Really try to get that connection, knee to elbow, and time. All right, now we have forearm plank march, okay? So this is gonna feel more like a push-up, actually, okay? So let's start in a forearm plank position. Holding right here. You press up, you lower down. Now, you wanna make sure that you constantly alternate between your right and your left side, okay? And you wanna minimize the rocking of your hips, okay? Now, if you need to, you can lower to your knees and do the same exact thing. Ways to modify, okay? And time. All right, that was second set, first round. And we get to do that all over again. So wipe the sweat off, grab some water, and let's get right back into it, okay? So we have that same exact thing for 30 seconds, 4 different moves, okay? You know what to expect, you know how to make things harder, you know how to modify, okay? So do whatever you need to, and let's get right back into it, okay? Because we were almost at that finish line. So we're gonna start with that B-girl move, okay? So that's the bear crawl, and you just add that leg twist, okay? In 3, 2, let's get right into it. So start the hover and twist. Stay with me. Now we're gonna take it to the opposite side, twist. Now keep the hips low the entire time, okay? One more. And time. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and take it to that dead bug once again. So lying flat on your back, knees start at a 90-degree angle, arms are straight up, and opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping the feet flexed, keeping your lower back connected to the ground the entire time. Extend, using your core strength. And the great thing about dead bugs and things like reverse crunches, once again, they help activate a different area of your core, that lower abdominal wall that's a little bit harder to get to. And time. All right, we're gonna take it into that plank position. Once again, we've got plank twists on your hands, and then we've got the forearm plank walk. All right, let's go for it. Twist. Hips face the ground the entire time. Don't let those hips rise. Don't let them drop. It's easy when you get tired for your form, for yourself to lose form. Form suffers. Focus on your form. If you need to, slow it down. We're almost there. And time. All right. Forearm plank walks are next. So we can start on our knees, forearm to the ground, and making sure that you're alternating between your right and your left side. Hips stay square. Three, 2, and 1 more. You got it. All right. We've made it through 2 sets. So we've got a little bit of a finisher left, okay? So this is your burner. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So on your back, knees up, okay? Just 20 seconds here. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. Just, I ask that you complete the entire movement, full range of motion, lowering down and reaching up. Okay, that was 20 seconds. Now we're gonna do something called the Frogger, okay? And it's exactly what it sounds like. So you're gonna start in a plank position and jump back. Now we're gonna go a little bit faster. And time. All right, little 10-second to recover, and then we're gonna do that same thing over again. So on your back, let's go for it. Draw those knees up. Control it, full range of motion. Stay with me. 5 seconds left. And time. All right, Froggers are next. Finish strong, okay? This time I'm gonna lift my hands off of the ground when we do our frogger, all right? So I'm gonna come into more of a squatted position. Starting in that plank, and so it's kind of like the bottom of a burpee. And time. All right, you have made it through core strength. Thanks so much for joining. Once again, my name is Tracy Copeland, and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. You want more good moves? Subscribe to Well+Good today.